What if I told you that the single most influential invention in human history wasn't fire, the wheel, or even agriculture, but something so intangible that we often take it for granted? The story of language begins with silence, broken only by grunts, gestures, and the whispers of a world on the brink of transformation. It is a story of survival, creativity, and the undeniable need to connect. Today, we're traveling back in time, 50,000 years ago, to uncover the origins of language, where every sound and symbol shaped the destiny of humanity itself. Ready to join the journey? Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where we unravel the milestones that have defined human civilization. In this episode, we dive into the fascinating history of language. How did humanity move from silent gestures to sharing ideas, emotions, and stories with spoken words? We'll explore its humble beginnings, the breakthroughs that led to modern languages, and the extraordinary impact language has had on shaping our world. This isn't just a history lesson, it's a journey into what makes us human. Picture a world where survival depended on stealth, sharp instincts, and teamwork. Early humans faced predators lurking in the shadows, changing climates, and the constant struggle to find food. But in this harsh and unpredictable environment, they had no words to warn of danger or share a moment of triumph. Yet, even in this silence, our ancestors began communicating. They used their bodies, a hand raised to signal danger, a furrowed brow to express confusion. Their voices carried meaning too, not words, but calls and cries that hinted at their thoughts and feelings. While primitive, these sounds and gestures were the seeds of something extraordinary. It was the need to cooperate, to hunt, to protect, and to care for one another that set the stage for the development of language. And as our ancestors thrived, their brains began to change, unlocking new possibilities for expression. This is where our story truly begins. Around 50,000 years ago, something remarkable happened, a leap in human cognition. Anthropologists call it the cognitive revolution. The brains of early Homo sapiens were not only larger, but far more complex. They could think abstractly, imagine the future, and even ask questions like, what if? But what made this leap possible? Scientists believe the FOXP2 gene played a vital role. This genetic mutation gave our ancestors the ability to produce a wide range of sounds, forming the foundation of speech. It wasn't just biology, though. Social bonds and the need to survive pushed humans to innovate. They began to assign meaning to sounds, creating a form of proto-language, a bridge between the silence of the past and the spoken words of the future. As their cognitive abilities grew, so did their need to connect. Language didn't just evolve within the individual, it evolved in the spaces between people. It was a shared endeavor, born from the very essence of community. Imagine an early human mimicking the growl of a predator to warn their group, or imitating the sound of rushing water to guide others to a river. This is where language began, with imitation. The world around them became their first dictionary, filled with natural sounds that could be replicated, modified, and eventually assigned meaning. Anthropologists call this the bow wow theory, language emerging from imitating the environment. Over time, these sounds turned into patterns. Rhythms were added, helping groups remember specific calls or signals. This was the birth of proto-words, simple sounds that conveyed complex ideas. These early attempts at communication weren't just practical, they were creative. Humans began to experiment with their voices, introducing variations in tone, pitch, and volume. They were discovering the power of expression, laying the groundwork for storytelling, teaching, and even art. With proto-language in hand, or rather, in the throat, early humans began to do something revolutionary. They started to share their knowledge. Around campfires and during hunts, they passed down survival techniques, told stories, and taught the young. Language didn't just help humans survive, it helped them thrive. This was the birth of culture. Cave paintings came alive with shared meanings, rituals became traditions, and individual ideas became collective knowledge. The simple act of naming things transformed the world, turning chaos into order. With every new word, humans gained power over their environment and each other. Language wasn't just a tool, it was a force that bound communities together. And as it spread, it became the foundation of everything we now consider civilization. from art to technology to the concept of time itself. As humans migrated out of Africa and across the continents, their languages began to change. Small groups, isolated by geography, developed unique sounds, grammar, and vocabulary. This is why the thousands of languages we have today are so different. Each one carries the fingerprint of its environment and culture, but these early languages weren't static. They evolved, borrowed, and blended. Imagine traders on ancient routes exchanging not only goods, but words, or conquerors introducing their language to new territories. Language became a living, breathing entity, adapting to the needs of its speakers. Even the first writing systems, hieroglyphs in Egypt, cuneiform in Mesopotamia, grew from the same seeds planted 50,000 years ago. They were humanity's first attempts to capture the spoken word in a way that could outlive the speaker, preserving ideas for future generations. From those first grunts and gestures to the thousands of languages we speak today, language has shaped the course of human history. It has allowed us to govern nations, write epic tales, and send messages across the globe in an instant. It's not just a tool, it's the very fabric of our connections and creativity. Without language, there would be no history, no science, no philosophy. It is the thread that ties us to our past and the force propelling us into the future. It's what makes us uniquely and profoundly human. Language is more than just words, it's our story. How has language shaped your life or the way you see the world? Share your thoughts and favorite moments from this video in the comments below. And if you're passionate about exploring humanity's journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Together, let's continue uncovering the echoes of our past and shaping the stories of our future.